You also said to us that you get busier at different times of year.
Yes. Yeah.
Why is that?
It's very seasonal. So
What are the busy seasons?
the busy seasons are from the weekend of the clocks go back till Valentine's.
100%.
Yeah, that's like definitely
Things get dark.
Things get dark.
It's so fucking depressing.
Literally,
do something.
the weekend that the clocks go back is one of my busiest weekends for sales.
Wow.
People are like, "Oh, we're in for 6 months of this now."
Yeah.
Hibernation.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah. It's great, and then it just gets busier up until Christmas time, and then a few weeks off, like for kind of Christmas, and then January hits, and then it's January sales, and then straight into Valentine's.
Wow.
And then after about like the
Get
end
through to
of
your garage.
February,
You,
things start
need me to bring you a
go off
ride?
little bit. Yeah, but it's
on the way.
nice. Like it means like during summer I can go travel if I want.
You get a break. Yeah.
I get a bit of a break, and
Yeah, but if somebody orders, are they like, I need it within 3 days? Or
I've had people email me at like 10 o'clock on a Friday and be like, I need it tomorrow. I'm like, you're fucked. Not in the way you wanted. I had someone email me yesterday who thought that I was still based in Sligo, and they were like, sure, could you meet me in town? I want to order something. I'm like, first of all, absolutely not. I'm not meeting you in town. And secondly, I'm not in Sligo anymore.
What were they planning?
Yeah.
What was urgent?
Well, I do get that people who are like local will be like, oh, could I meet you in the Super Value car park?
and what's the most unusual thing you sell?
Depends on your definition of unusual. I think the uni is kind of like unusual. You didn't know what that was. I think that's kind of cool.
That's kind of...
Yeah.
Any other ones people find surprising?
The stainless steel dildos, I think people are a little surprised by, but I'm just like, oh, they're amazing.
I imagine they're cold.
But they're heat conductive, so they warm up like in your hand. It's great. So you can put it in the fridge to cool it down if you're into temperature play, or you can warm it up in your hand and it gets nice and warm.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
But
so
the vibrators are much more popular than dildos.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. But like,
so
so
pretty.
there's the stainless steel one. That's what it looks like. But it's like it's so nice. Like I think people find
it's so
it
nice to look at compared to like.
Yeah, people find it unusual, and they're like, oh, it looks like a door knocker. So I think what other people think is weird and unusual, I'm like, oh no, it's class because it's like it's a really great tool
You
for
could
like
put that up on the
G-spot.
mantelpiece, people wouldn't know what it was.
Yeah.
That could be a towel holder.
And I have done. So there's another one, the Enjoy Fun Wand, if you want to pull that one up. I had a milliner who does costumes for drag queens put that on a hat for me, and I wore it to the Dublin Horse Show.
No way! So cool.
Do you sell many butt plugs?
Oh yeah.
I've never personally come across them.
Have you not?
No.
Will I set you up with one?
Well, if I'm going home trying that, I think it's only fair. I think it's only fair you
I
try
actually
something.
don't really know what people be using them for.
So, well, one, you've got a lot of nerve endings around your anus, so that's really sensitive. So, like some people are really into maybe not inserting something, but just into rimming, just because there is like so many nerve endings. And then internally, I don't have a prostate. You guys have a prostate. Prostate gland is really sensitive. So there's some folks, if you go in there with like a plug and you're squeezing on the plug, or if you are using a dildo or a partner and it's like putting pressure on that prostate gland, some people can come just from that.
Seen that on Road Trip.
Yeah, Roger, that's the film. Yeah. Can we show you this?
Yes.
You know what that is?
Is that for sounding?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Do your listeners know what sounding is?
No.
Should we explain what sounding is?
So what I have in my hand is about, say, what's that, 4 inches long?
On a good day.
And it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 little knobs down along it. It's at its widest, not even 10 mil, say. So this goes into... This would go into...
Yeah, the urethra, you'd want to lube it up. Absolutely.
I can't imagine.
You can try that for next week.
Yeah.
I can't imagine why anyone would want to do that.
very slowly, very slowly.
You can do it like you get no both off it.
Yeah, some people are really into it, because it's the inverse of what the penis is supposed to do.
I don't think
Yeah.
a penis should be doing things it's not supposed to do. So there you go, just stick that up in
Yeah.
I say of course it would definitely be like a more niche interest.
Yeah.
But yeah, some
That's what's called sounding.
Do you sell many of these? This is this is our big fist.
The fist. No, because again, those
It's the hearing.
that fist, I believe, is made of PVC, so I
Yes.
wouldn't stock that.
But do you sell many fists?
I don't sell many fists. I would need to get like a silicone fist. I need to find a brand that does like a nice
Cleaner
proper,
brand.
a proper silicone one.
Alright, well, I think we're actually nearly all out of questions.
It's
are we?
so
Patrick,
good.
any other questions?
So good. Like, what do you get? Like, what do you recommend to people who kind of like are maybe coming to sex toys and stuff later
Yeah.
in their lives, if you know what I mean? In
Yeah.
terms of like, because I'd say Gen Z are amazing and they're also open and they're, you know, but like a lot of us, say, you know, 30s or whatever,
Who just didn't get the sex
just
education.
didn't get
Yeah.
the sex
Yeah.
education, didn't get the, you know, all that. What do you recommend to them?
It's tough. Like I really empathize because like I mean I'm a bit of a weirdo, but I grew up in a evangelical like
Oh, yeah.
community. So I think people are like they see me and they're like, oh, she's American, that's why.
Yeah.
But I think it's literally just that it's literally. I grew up in a really conservative
Yeah.
community, so like I understand that kind of fear and that stigma.
Yeah.
But I would start by just very like privately, like to yourself, like masturbating and figuring out like how your body works, like what feels good to you, whether that's like nipple pleasure, clitoral pleasure, you know, stroking your penis, like playing with your butt, like figure out what feels good to you, and then expand upon that, and expand into toys if you're interested in toys.
Yeah.
A vibrator is fantastic if you're someone who's never had an orgasm. Something small like the Wishcloth that we showed earlier, or like a sucking vibrator, just trying out new things and figuring out what it is that you like, and understand that there isn't a single toy that is a one size fits all.
Yeah.
It might take a little bit of trial and error, especially if you are not used to any of this and you're not used to making time for yourself and giving yourself space for sexual
Yes.
pleasure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. Yeah.
Neil, any questions?
Nope. I don't think so. I think we've covered it all.
You must get some messages from like couples who I'm sure you've given them a new lease of life with
Yeah.
with the
That's-
toys in the bedroom.
Literally the best part of my
Yeah.
job is like when I get feedback from people and they're like, you know, I'd never had an orgasm before.
Yeah.
I actually get a lot of people who have gone through cancer treatment, and they're coming back to me after cancer treatment and saying like, I thought my sex life was done. Because that's the other thing, is like they don't really, it depends on your doctor, but you have like so many different doctors in like your oncology team and stuff. There isn't really someone who's there to like say, okay, this is what you need, like sexually, like looking after your sexual well-being afterwards. It's kind of like they want to make sure that you are cancer free. That is their
Yeah.
priority,
Yeah,
and it
of
should be
course.
that way. So people come in to me like after cancer treatment, and then us trying to figure out based on what their treatment was, like if they've had surgery or if they've had radiation, what kind of healing time they have, like what they enjoyed before, and rediscovering like new things that they can enjoy afterwards. Like that is what I get a lot of like career fulfillment out of.
Did you ever listen to that podcast? No fun.
Haven't.
It's very good. I haven't listened to it, but I heard people talking about it.
Yeah.
This woman, American woman, is 28 and has never had an orgasm, and she journals her whole journey,
Oh, to have
Amazing.
them.
teaching herself to have one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the whole season.
I would definitely be giving that a listen.
Yeah.
Shauna, thanks a million for coming down and educating us.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
And thanks for the presents.
You're very welcome.
Things are going to be buzzing in our houses at Christmas, literally. Thanks so much, and fair play. And if people want to go and get themselves some toys, get them some bits, where can they get them?
Sexshoppa.ie, SEXSIOPA.ie. And then, yeah, follow me on Instagram on Shoppa Ganesh with underscores under each word.
Great. We'll stick it on the to Johnny's Instagram as well.
Legend. Thanks a million, Shauna.
Hi, Shauna.
Cheers. I'm out here 10 year. Shutter. And now, as is tradition, we end the podcast with our yurts and dirts of the week.
Kindly brought to you by Murphy's Irish Stout, lads. We are celebrating pubs around the world that are selling pints of good stuff. Good. That's right, John. Today we are going to Carrigahan in County Cork, lads, just outside the city. It's the Angler's Bar and Restaurant. Very nice place, lads. Very cozy. Beautiful views out over the water, lads. Be ideal around this Christmas. So head on in there, get yourself a pint of Murphy's. Tell them. Johnny. Couple of things.
He looks serious. He looks
Fair about turnout of the election for the votes.
Yeah.
Lads.
less than 60%.
No. Then I heard
Since the creation of the state,
possibly the lowest
the
ever
lowest turnout
for
sorry,
voting.
since 1923.
Then I heard your man who's headed the voting registry on Morning Ireland. He was like, I think there's 500,000 people on the register that are mistakes.
I read that.
As in duplicates, they're dead,
Right.
etc. So that would bring up the percentage to like another 10% of them.
I read that, yeah.
They're going to have a look at that.
They would.
In other news, I have a tidbit for you that we never got to on the sex show. Read this somewhere. Apparently you can come faster if you have your socks on.
Is that why you always
sounds-
sleep with your socks on?
In case I need to come in the middle of the night and on my own. In a hurry.
I thought it was in case you needed to
Traction.
get away. You know the way you tie your runner so tight?
Shoes on.
Shoes on out the door.
Any intruders, I'm ready to take them on. No, just read that one there. That's my
Oh.
conclusion to the sex toy shop.
Fair play, Johnny, yeah.
And I don't know whether that's both of yours. And then apparently, we did, remember we had Simon Harris on the podcast and we were asking him
Yes.
a load of quickfire stuff. Who would like to go for a pint with?
Yeah.
Matty McGrath or the Healy Rays. Well, Max, you bumped into Matty McGrath.
I did. I met Matty at the Draw the Joker.
He is the TD
at the
most
weekend.
local to us.
And he had just been elected, and I shook his hand. I wished him the best luck. And he said, Simon Harris doesn't know what he's talking about. He said, going for a pint with Healy Red. Neither of them drink. I think is what he said. So
I knew Michael didn't drink. I can't believe Danny doesn't drink. Don't take this
Maybe-
the wrong way, Danny. But you're fair looking like a lad who drinks a pint. Do you know what I mean?
no, I could also have that wrong.
I know Michael doesn't drink anyway.
Yeah. So,
He's too busy.
I didn't know Michael didn't drink.
Oh, he wakes
Oh,
up in the
yeah.
morning and has a pint of Kerry.
Come on.
What do you have for
Ah.
breakfast, Michael? Kerry!
just my dirt of the week is
Yeah.
the lack of lifts at the election. The main reason
stop.
I'm tuning in to any coverage of that fucking election, which I'm blue in the face from hearing about, by the way,
Sorry.
is
Africa was covering the election.
was covering the election.
All right.
And Africa had her Radio 1 voice.
Adult voice on.
Yeah, which I'm not sure if you're familiar with.
Africa,
Could you give us a line, Africa?
We're crossing live to, who are you, Dublin West?
Dublin West.
Southwest.
Dublin Southwest. Africa O'Connell is standing by. Africa, come in.
Well, the cross-party tally is complete here in Dublin Southwest, with Sinn Féin's Sean Crowe holding strong at 14.8%.
Oh,
Yes. Brilliant.
I believe that.
But the one thing I took away from it was someone get the amount of people who got elected and were just standing there like, you know, been happy saluting people. Don't bother getting into politics if you're not prepared to be picked up by a couple of fellas from your local GA club, and don't get hoisted giving it the
Meek.
yeah, humble kind of. Get up, Michael Healy Red. There's a good lift, right? Up he goes. Yes, the veins are bulging out of his forearm. His eyes are bulbous from screaming. That's what I want when you get
Is
elected.
it fair to say you're not ready for government if you're not lifted?
Absolutely. How are you going to run the country? You can't get lifted up properly.
Yeah.
Think about it. So basically, the lift and the celebration should look like it's 3-3 in the Champions League final. And then the ball's come back post. You've just nodded one down. You've done it. You've just won the Champions League. Get up.
Fergie time.
Get up in stoppage time, and you're fucking delighted. You're up in the air. Come on, we're going to fucking drive the fuck out of this government.
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
I want to deep dive on this in the future.
Yeah. I want
That's
lifts. More lifts. I love it. We bring one of the boys on the night out. We always lift them up. Like he's been elected.
One of our mates has a habit of wearing a blazer. Night
Dressing
out.
like a politician, I would say.
So whenever he wears the blazer, like 5, 6, 7 times a night, as soon as he comes back from the jacks or something, we'll just scream, "Elected on the first count!" Pick him up, throw him around, and he's into it. He'll fist pump. He'll play along, no bother.
I love it. I love it. We got a yurt of the week. Turns out, living in the same house as me, I've got real talent.
One.
Thinking about maybe next year entering into Britain's Got Talent. Turns out the dog is super.
Oh, amazing.
How was I not to know?
Good stuff. What's he at?
She could have been a. Do you remember the film Airboat?
Yeah.
Well, get ready for Air Ted.
Wow.
He can now do headers. So we had a game of keep you uppies there the other night on the couch with myself and Ted. I have a video of it here. There I am. Yeah, back to me, Ted. Ready? Up, back again. He gave me a bad pass with the last one. To be fair, he lost control. But that is quite impressive, I think, from Ted.
That's very good.
Also now, if you say to him, we'll take the collar off him at night, kind of like a priest. You know, you want to take it off at night, give him a breather.
It's like taking the bra off.
Taking the bra.
So we take his collar off and we hang it on the door.
His neck tips.
And
Yeah. Breast.
Neck breasts.
Yeah.
Ted, relax yourself. Take your collar off. We were friends here.
But now, the next morning, if you say to him, Ted, get your collar. He'll go and get his own collar and bring it back to him. Fucking impressive. Now, I haven't done it, but I've seen it happen. So there you go. I've got a talented dog at home, lads. That's it this week. We'll see you at the Tree Arena next week, lads. Bells on.
Yes.
Mind yourselves, behave yourselves, and we'll see you there. From me, Johnny Smacks.
For me, Johnny B.
For me, Afric.
And for me, Neil.
See you next week. Go on.
Johnny's recording a podcast.
Hey, John, do you know the Bacon King?
The Bacon King.
Yeah, the Bacon King.
Your man who does all the bacon.
No, not your man who lives down the Bog Road.
Oh, you mean the Bacon King burger from Burger King?
Yes, the one with 2 beefy patties piled high with crispy bacon, smothered in cheese in between 2 toasty buns.
That does sound a lot better than your man, the Bacon King off the Bog Road.
Way better. You can get the Bacon King at Burger King, and for the ultimate experience, making a meal.
Sounds like a deal, John. Let's head to Burger King now. And sure, might as well bring the Bacon King with us, right?
I'll give him a ring. Hey, we're the 2 Johnnies.
Reminding you, this podcast is intended for an over-18s audience.
The fuck?
Lovely.
The Two Johnnies Podcast. The Two Johnnies Podcast.
Two Johnnies recording a podcast. Hello, hello, hello.
You're welcome to the 2 Johnnies podcast, bringing you all the mayhem and news from the world of the 2 Johnnies.
I'm Johnny B.
And I'm Johnny Smacks.
Welcome to podcast 357, coming to you with the excitement of embarking on the 12 pubs of Christmas. Now, Care doesn't have 12 pubs, but sometimes we stop and drink cans in Spar. I don't know if that's a good thing, but it happens. Anyway, John.
This week it's a special because after the Tree Arena, us and the whole team are as shook as a bag of 10-10-20. So we're bringing you the best bits from the extra podcast of 2024.
Before we get into that, we just want to thank everybody who came to the Tree Arena. We're recording this before it goes out, so I assume it was fucking unreal, and you're all in a state this morning.
And hopefully none of us are in hospital. Now, 2024, lads, it was a year packed with great chats with amazing people from all walks of life, and being the extra pod, literally anything can happen. If you don't believe us, have a look at it yourself. Roll the titles.
The people of Ireland have asked, and we have delivered. It's time for the 2 Johnnies Extra. Extra what? Extra podcast.
Roll the titles.
In June, we were joined by our very first guest presenter, Andrew Ryan.
Andrew is a Cork comedian who joined us in the studio to chat about moving up to Belfast and some of the struggles he's had since moving up there.
4 years now and I want to come home.
It's going well enough.
Just need to reintegrate into Munster again, you know. So I've come down here today for my reintroduction interview. I feel like this is the first port of call at the border, you know, when you get back into Munster.
The embassy.
This is like the embassy of me trying to get back to Cork, like. You know?
How has Belfast been treating you in 4 years?
4 years has been absolutely brilliant. Great place. I must admit, really great place. I'm not there for the aesthetics, like me 2002 visually. But the people are 2050, if you know what I mean. People are brilliant.
Okay.
I'm not there for the weather.
No,
I'm there for the roads. and I'm not there for the politics. I'm there for women, of a woman.
You have
You got a woman. Is she Belfast?
She's from the north.
Okay, how's that going?
And she's good crack. We live together now, so she
Ooh.
moved into my
Yeah. Just want to get that out there.
do you know what I mean? She has no rights.
She's occupying part of your house.
Some may say illegally. And she does come from the British side of the north.
Lovely.
So she's used to taking over stuff that's not hers. Sorry, babe. I do apologise. She's going to kill me for that.
Do you just give her that crack at 24/7?
No, you know what? I don't because
You want to ride her?
sorry, shack's a shack, innit?
Oh, you don't.
Imperialistic or not, like, but no, she's grand.
She's grand.
She's grand. When I started dating her, the first date we went out, we met her online, I met her on Hinge.
All right.
And went on a date. I played coffee because I'm not giving them an evening.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what I
a
mean?
big commitment.
Yeah. I'm not giving someone a Saturday night. So I'll give you a Sunday afternoon. And we went on a date, played it cool. And I mean, what cool? All stuff, you know the way you lie. When you're on a date, you lie, like.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
You do lie. Yeah, society's really changing, yeah. We really need to, what's happening in the Ukraine is really tough. I felt like I wanted to go over and help.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff. And then second date, went on a date with her and I said, which one are you now? Is it Boxing Day or St. Stephen's Day? Like, which day is it? Like, so she wasn't particularly too happy because, like, I'm a bit ignorant, to the north when you're from Cork. Like, you don't really know the lay of the land, the story. Yeah. And then when you actually live up there, you realise, oh, no one actually gives a shit. It is actually the opposite of what you think it is.
Naturally, the conversation turns to Neil's sex life, as it often does, like a 90s porno is what I could describe it. Not that I've ever seen porn, but Andrew decided he wanted to set Neil up in an arranged marriage.
Neil, how old are you, first of all? Good man.
He looks fresh, doesn't he?
Good fresh. Hobbies.
Soccer.
Gaming.
Yeah.
Drop that. There's no woman coming home from a long day's work as a graphic designer going, well, how many gold coins did you get today? Oh, he really turns me on with his. He was fighting in the war he was fighting in the room, but it was in Afghanistan in the war game that he was playing. Like that, you need to get rid of gaming.
He's good at pressing buttons, going.
But that's good for here.
Well, I could drop that and I could stick in.
Don't say is gaming on your profile. So don't have gaming on it. No, and I'm not. There's nothing wrong with gaming because these people who game are the people of the future. Like, they're smart cookies.
Yeah.
Unless you meet a woman who's a gamer. I mean, like if I play FIFA, right? I was in a relationship with my Xbox, right? And when my girlfriend found out that I dumped her for the Xbox, like she said to me, you care more about pro teams on the Xbox. And I just said to her, you don't know my history. You don't know where I've come from to get to this level on pro teams stuff.
You don't know what.
She's like, you just take the bins out. I'm like, I can't. God, team talk. Priorities. Have you been on many dates? Where's your radius? Are you going to because I'll be honest with you, it'd be limited around here, wouldn't it? No, but like in terms of going to Dublin or something, you know what I mean?
You could do it within an hour of care. You've got Limerick, Cork.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, no, it's good enough now, to be fair.
What was your last date? Can I come? I'll sit across and go, what kind of car do you drive?
In July, the world changed for the better as we launched a brand new segment on the Extra Pod. It's called Rolls of Cash.
Oh, God.
Basically, Neil gives us mad roleplay scenarios and we have to act it out.
Neil, explain how does this work?
Alright, so I'm going to give you a scenario, give you a scene. You're all going to have a character, right? Okay. And I'm going to leave you at it. But every now and again, you're going to hear this. And at that point, I'm going to change things up.
Nice.
Right?
I'm so terrible at this.
It's going to be.
It's my idea of hell. No, this is. I don't know how you feel about this.
Do I have to do this as well?
God, yeah, you're.
Oh, fuck. Oh, I thought I was just going to be able to observe. You, Neil.
Warmed up. I'm an actor in a role. Right, right, Neil. Set it. It's Neil.
I'll try to stop twice.
Set the scene. Here you go.
Okay, we're in a hospital. Johnny B,
Yeah.
you're a doctor.
Okay.
Smacks. You and Africa are a couple. Right, okay. Johnny B has to break some bad news for you. We have some sound effects here.
Did you get sound effects? You did.
Fucking, this hospital has got a draft.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. General Hospital. Nice. Okay.
Okay, that's
Oh,
good.
God.
Hello,
Why have you not?
so I'm just letting myself into. Hi, is it okay if I come in?
Yeah. Perfect.
Hi, doctor.
My name is Francesco.
No. I have your chart here. Mr. Mr. Frank. Dan Frank. I have your chart here, Dan. Is this Mrs. Frank?
This is Mrs. Frank. Hello.
I'm Doctor.
Doctor.
Francesco.
I was about to say Anne Frank. Definitely not. No.
He's gone already. I'm Dr. Francesco Riccardo. I have some bad news.
Oh, what's it about?
The injury to your penis.
I have an injury to my penis.
Yes, it appears it hit both heads. Your memory is unaffected. Miss Frank, are you okay to be here while we do this?
Whatever you have to say to my husband, doctor, you can say to me.
Well, look, that's the Frank sphere. Yeah.
Listen, doctor, just be frank with us.
I'll be Francesco Riccardo. You be the Frank. So, Mrs.
That's our family motto. If you could just be frank with us.
Mrs. Frank,
Yes.
it appears your husband got his penis stuck in the exhaust of a 98 Isuzu Trooper. Is this the family vehicle?
It's our neighbours.
Oh, God, has split up your marriage. He's been pleasuring himself with the neighbour's vehicle. We're going to have to.
I'm fat, right?
massage. You're going to have to massage this cream into Mr. Frank's penis
I won't do it, doctor.
6 times a day. Your husband's penis depends on it. Mr. Frank,
I
is there
simply will not do it.
anything to say about the matter?
It was an act. I tripped and fell.
Doctor, I've noticed that the exhaust is still attached to his penis. Are you planning to remove it?
Luckily, there was a couple of gentlemen in a high ace fan passing who said they were quite good at detaching exhausts.
Who managed?
Okay.
Oh,
Afric, your phone is ringing.
okay.
Do you want to answer that?
Excuse me.
Okay.
Who's on the phone? Who's on the phone?
It's the lads in the high ace fan.
Is everything okay?
It's like the exhaust. Doctor, you're going to have to remove the exhaust.
Okay. What's his name? The lad who wants the exhaust.
Joe.
Okay, I'll leave it at goods outward. Nurse, give me 2 gallons of lube. Here, Mrs. Frank. Grab this ready.
Okay, Johnny B, you need to go and discuss things with nurses outside.
Oh,
African Smacks, you're left. You need to figure out your next move. What are you going to do? How are you going to get it off?
I'll give you both some time to discuss.
Mr. Frank,
What was it?
you've ruined. Mr. Frank, this is not in our 5-year plan.
Afric, your phone is ringing again.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Hello? It's my mother. Let me just explain to her what's going on. Ma'am, I'm in the hospital.
Yeah, he was doing it again. It's rusty this time, though. It's going to be a more difficult operation.
Johnny B, you're back in now. You're a specialist, right? You're a consultant.
I'm someone different.
You're someone different.
Oh, wow.
Hello. I am a consultant. I am Dr. Jacques Fouchard. I heard there's an operation on a penis.
Yes.
I am a penis specialist.
You definitely are.
That's me. I am also a famed lover. I am from a non-specific part of Europe. Mrs. Frank,
Yes.
Chris is penis. The trick, we want his erection to go down. What would totally destroy his erection?
Mexican.
I'll leave.
We need a photograph of something horrible. What would destroy his erection? Only you can save his penis. Mr. Frank, quick!
I do tend to keep a photo of Margaret Thatcher in my wallet.
Hideous. What if you ever died and somebody were to open your purse and see Miss Thatcher?
Yes.
Quick, get the photograph. His penis has shriveled up. The exhaust has been evacuated. And seen.
Scene. Very good.
Okay.
That's.
Right.
I'm actually in a pain in my chest. I'm in a pain in my chest.
Come on, let's go again. Let's go again.
We'll do another one.
Here we go. Okay, everybody calm down. Calm down.
Okay, let me get the...
You calm down.
Okay. We're in a nightclub.
Oh, wow.
It's the 70s.
Oh, no.
Johnny B and Smacks, you enter.
Okay.
You see Afric.
Yeah.
You want to chat her up.
Okay.
Let's go.
I love the only direction it's the 70s.
Listen to the music.
Listen to the music.
Okay, here we go. We're into the nightclub, right? Doors open.
Why are you knocking? Come in.
Hey, cats.
Oh, gee. Hey, dude.
Listen, Slim. Let me put the skinny on you. You see that hot mama over there breaking a move on the D floor? I think she could be the one. She could straighten this cat right out. You mind if I shoot my shot, Daddy-O? Or are you also banging in the heart for this mama? Come on. You need to, come on, you're trying to get off of her.
We're both trying to get off.
Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah.
Hurry up.
I'm so mad.
This guy's slipping and sliding. I'm going to smooth on over. Okay, Africa, I'm approaching you, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Foxy Mama.
Hello. Good evening. Excuse me, I was just dancing.
It's quite a move you're breaking down there. Honey stuff.
Have you seen Saturday Night Fever? When was that made, Neil? Was it the 80s?
Hey, where you from?
I'm from Clontarf in Dublin.
Ruby. How about you and me blow this banana joint and go get a milkshake someplace cool?
I'm actually lactose intolerant. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, what's your name? The music stops.
T-Road.
Give me a drink.
T-Road, but the ladies call me
T-roll.
T-Road, because one time I did a brown log. Got the nickname T-Roll from the boys. How about we blow this gas station and go ride a horse down Main Street, huh? Let's get out of here, Mama. Oh,
Okay.
this guy's a loser.
He hasn't even talked to me yet.
Yeah, he ain't got no game.
I'd like to give him a chance on his game.
Oh, dagger. That's a hot dog right to the heart, Mama. Oh. Right, big Papa.
I'm so tired from dancing.
If only there was a hot man to take you home.
Get the fucking back.
Okay.
What's that? Okay.
Like,
Okay, Afric, your phone is ringing.
oh, for fuck's sake.
Hey, Mama, you brought your phone to a disco?
Neil, it's not the 1970s.
Pretty straight of you.
Hello? It's weird that this phone is ringing.
Hey, hot mama, it's me. I'm on the phone. Calling you hot right from the office. How about you blow that?
Did you call the nightclub on the off chance that I would pick up the landline in the office?
Maybe.
Sold. Let's go for that milkshake.
Let's go get that milkshake, baby. Our old radio friend Andrew DePuer, lads, he was part of our 2FM show, and he joined us on the Extra Pod back in August, where we finally got to ask him what he thought of the two Johnnies when we first met him. He also spills the beans on writing the questions for the parish quiz, and when it goes, tits up.
As he moves the load of dildos around.
Sorry, yeah. Just make you feel more.
Just trying to make me feel at home. Yeah. But I was obviously working with Radio 1 time when you showed up.
Yeah.
So I just heard there was Tipperary men in the building, and I was like, Jesus, there's none of us here. We may as well. Since Mary Wilson moved to the morning show, I was like, there's none left in Radio 1. What's going on?
Is Mary Wilson from Tip?
Mary Wilson's from Tip, yeah.
Where?
I haven't a clue, but she just said she's from Tip. She was very busy at the time. I was handing her a brief while she was on air. She goes, "Are you from Tip?" Yeah. I said, "I'm from Tip," and then she just disappeared. But
Vaporised
into some interview with a teacher.
Keane McCormick now on Morning Ireland.
Yeah,
He's
we're
from
slowly
Nina.
taking over, bit by bit.
Well, I remember seeing Andrew, you were wearing a retro Ireland jersey, and not ironically.
No,
Like the hipsters.
that was my everyday wear. Was just a different jersey every day, and basically I was thrown around, and we kind of just bumped into each other because there was talk of other Tipperary people around, and then we just hit it off. I think as soon as you find out you're from up the road, then you're like, right, grand, we're okay here now.
3 Tip lads just going for lunch.
Just going for lunch every day. So I worked for the grown-ups, Drive Time Radio 1, respectable job.
Yeah.
You know, doing good work.
Yeah.
Finding stories and stuff like that. And just started hanging out with G, and then after a year I eventually moved back to 2FM to have a bit of crack with
We
G.
commandeered you, Andy.
Yeah, we've got you back.
He kind of marked her territory a year out and then did the paperwork afterwards.
Yeah.
It's like, we'll take him and go.
We went over like dogs and just pissed on the wall of radio, cocked the leg on
Pissed
Radio
on
1.
Andrew's leg to
And,
mask him.
and took him with us.
Do you know when you're the BCO is what we'd call you?
Yeah.
Do you want to explain that to people who don't work on radio?
So a broadcast coordinator just make sure everything works.
Yeah.
So basically, if you have a guest on the phone,
I always have an issue with BCO. But like broadcast coordinator is just 2 words.
now here's a big crap. I've had this problem before.
Dash ordinary.
Is it O dash?
Yeah.
Used to be a hyphen. Don't know if it's a hyphen anymore.
Hyphen. It isn't.
But-
It is hyphen.
I don't know. So it comes from that coordinator. We didn't pick the name. If we did, it probably would have worked better because we're organised enough people. So you just make sure everything works. Phone line works. That if your presenters for some reason are coming from Tipperary most of the time, you make sure that works. You make sure all the songs are ready to play and all that kind of stuff. So you're just like fixing problems. I'm a professional pessimist, basically.
Yeah.
If something goes wrong, I'll have to know how to fix it. So most of the day, sitting around going, how can this go wrong? How do I fix it? And then
Most
just
of
go
our
from there.
time was spent being like, Andrew, Andrew, I know what story is this, Andrew? Andrew, that's not working, Andrew. When I press that, it's not happening. Andrew, these headphones are going all over the place.
The only times I've seen you take your headphones off and throw them out in disgust going, where's Andrew? What's this? Should I fix it?
Now, most
Worse
important.
than reunion because we're live on air.
Now, your most important job on the show, Andrew, I would say, was doing the questions for the parish quiz.
What a time that was.
What time to be
What
alive.
beautiful, it's useless knowledge I have from around the country. It's great. And the best bits for you, I suppose, is when I got stuff wrong. And like, when you had to then go on air and apologise for it, I could see, I've never seen joy in your faces like it. Like, I've known you how long now? 2 years at least or something.
Yeah.
And I saw you on your wedding day.
Yeah.
Bigger smile the day I had to come in with the Kilsheelan mass times.
So if that's the beauty of the parish quiz, we'd be like, oh, you know, whatever, what time is mass on Sunday? And we'd be like, no, it's actually 9 o'clock. And when the local person goes, no, it isn't. Everyone looking at you going,
I'd be
"Fuck."
clasping my hands, yes.
We're
Get
all
him in
like,
there.
we're getting this off the internet. They're
Yeah.
local.
Yeah.
They
They're there.
might know something we don't.
Yeah.
Because they hold all the power. Because now that it isn't happening really that much anymore, they know that if you were ever question a question, we would panic.
We'd panic, yeah.
Because I only like my only way of finding stuff out was local Facebook and the parish newsletter. That's where I spent most of my days, and church webcams.
You had a lot of questions about churches in the parish quiz.
Church is a staple of every parish. Is it a parish without a church? I don't know.
Yeah.
But churches and bridges.
Bridges. He was really into bridges for a period.
Bridges were big.
He went
Why
through.
bridges?
Bridges. Sure, the bridge near town. Look, I come from a town with 2 bridges.
As we
So-
know, with the time we done caricature in the parish quiz, I think there was 4 out of the 5 questions were on bridges. Bridges
The
related.
lad who was on was like, boy, I was told the bridges, lad.
So
Bridge
you have-
quiz, lad.
You have the new bridge and you have the old bridge.
Yeah.
We're not creative, but we do have 2 bridges. And then you had the rail bridge, which was the most struck rail bridge in Ireland for a while. So that was the question there.
That's rail as in railway, not like rail good.
Rail good. But it was also rail good. So I was mad into that. And then if they had a river, good question about the river always.
Yeah.
Because we have the shore, so good, G took a bit of it. So it's, it's just part of places and kind of stuff that
So churches, bridges, GA lottos.
GA Lottos, the Hardy Annuals. Who's from there?
Who's pro famous people
Anyone
from there?
famous.
Yeah, they were the big questions. Yeah.
So they're the ones. But it was fun, you got to visit places and got to talk to a lot of mad people from around the country. Like, for every one person that went on air, I spoke to like 6 or 7 at least. And you're just chatting away to them, and you're like, sometimes you're like, I don't know who to pick, they're all mental.
This is good. So the parish quiz normally would be, you'd get a couple of texts and we'd get the rest off Instagram.
Yeah.
And then you would basically ring everyone until you found the maddest bastard.
Yeah, so sometimes I'd ring them all. Other times you'd ring 2 or 3 and you just know. You
the
just
one.
know. Here's the guy in the town everyone talks about. You're just going to bring him on air and let loose. Or you get someone who, like, sometimes they're talking away to people and they're kind of like, oh, yeah, they're a bit shy because they don't know who I am. But then they'll just say something, oh, there's a nugget here, and we just run with it.
My favourite was hearing Andrew on the phone. So I'd often pop out to the other side of the studio while there'd be a song on or something. And I've heard people, when Andrew wasn't there, been like, hello, would you like to come on air and speak to the lads? And you could tell people are like, oh,
42 FM?
yeah, the posh voice, that's freaking me out. And then Andrew would be like, well, man, I want to go on there and talk goodbye. Just tell them that should be you, and the boys just get a right laugh out of it. And then, like, bang, they'd be on air, they'd be relaxed.
Me opener speak. How are you now?
Yeah.
Andrew here from the 2 Johnnies. Any crack? And then if they go with that, they go with that. And if they get nervous at the end, I always just say, because I'll be talking to them for 5 minutes or something.
Yeah.
It's like, sure, they sound just like me. It'll be the exact same.
Yeah, you won't know
just
the
do the same
difference.
thing again.
Yeah.
You'll be all right.
Yeah.
And most times that works.
Andrew also answered the burning question, who's more difficult to work with, me or Johnny B? Get to all the hard-hitting questions
right.
now.
I know everyone says it, but like you're both equally difficult to work with for different reasons. There's one of you who is mad for detail and would love things to be exact and perfect every time and plan to into his life. There's another of you who doesn't really get involved much and is kind of
I just vibe, man.
just vibing and disappointed sometimes when something doesn't work, but you're standing there going, if he only paid attention,
Yeah.
we'd fly it.
So we used to get briefs for interviews, and there'd be the questions, right?
Yeah.
Like Anita or someone in Caroline would write, there's like 10 suggested questions.
Yeah.
I'd always read them, and there'd be a little paragraph to start. Now, on page 2 and 3 and 4 would be further details about the person. That is like in The Lion King. You don't go over there. I never went there. I read the questions,
Yeah.
and I'd make them my own, and I might have a few questions myself, but I never read the briefs.
Yeah, no, they're very long. Sometimes there were 2 pages. It's really difficult.
3?
3 maybe, but you on a page or one on one. If you did turn the page, it would have vague idea what people were going to say.
Nobody
but
got time for that.
no one's got time for that. No one's got time for that.
We like to be exciting, Andrew. You know what I mean? You want to be getting too into it, like.
Radical off the cuff.
Yeah.
More or less stuff.
Now, we all love a summer holiday, and no one more than our Afri.
So back in August, she was looking forward to her trip to Kinta.
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you, John. And for those of you who don't know where Kinta is, basically it's the south side of Dublin, but with better weather.
You know what?
Steak,
It fucking is. It's so
Aperol,
true.
spritz and tits, baby.
Yeah.
It's just full of Dublin south side.
Yes.
All the colleges,
Yes,
all the
it
private
is.
school boys.
It's full of influencers.
Black
it's
rock
full
and
of-
roll.
Yeah, exactly.
Scoring tries, opening thighs. 2 boys. Is it all just rich Southsiders playing golf and
Yes. That's
dancing around your handbag?
That's exactly what it is. Do you remember I sent you? We're going back to the same place that we went last year, right?
Right.
And do you remember I sent you a video last year?
Yeah.
From one of the one of the restaurants that we were in, and there was a lot of like Southside wine moms who were waving their napkins in the air to the restaurant DJ. Do you know?
Is it kind of like Peggy Goo?
A bit like that, yeah. A bit like that.
And then on a Sunday, there's a guy with a saxophone.
Yeah.
This kind of stuff.
It's a chilled vibe.
Yeah, Chico's live 6 to 8 on chilled Sundays only. At what's the famous restaurant out there? The big place they all go.
There's a place called
Rabbit or something.
There's a place called Perilla.
Sounds even wankery.
Isn't there a place named after
This
an animal?
So fucking
Isn't there a
unfair.
turtle?
This is the one little holiday after he gets
tortoise.
here and we
What's it-
torture.
What's it called? The Tortoise? What's the place called?
I don't fucking know.
I googled all this doing the for that. How do you spell it? Q-U...
Uintado.
Dulago.
Yeah.
So Afric,
The Magnolia
Yeah.
Hotel.
so what'll a typical day in Quinta be like now for you?
So the last time I was there, I had an extremely angry gallbladder, so I was doubled over
Right,
in
pain. Nice.
Yeah.
Hope for a better result this time.
I'm hoping for a better result
Yeah.
this time. So so we're going tomorrow, and the flight's very early. To get there early, I think the plan is there's 4 of us going, and I think it's just to have a drink in hand
Nice.
at all
Nice.
times, but if you keep it on a level,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean.
Yeah. What do the girlies drink now? Are they Aperol
You're such a
spritzers?
cunt.
Are they spritzers?
We'll leave it down at Q Beach. I'm on Google Maps.
He's just on Google Maps.
Okay, plot twist. Looking at Google Maps, Quinta is 90% golf course.
Correct. That is correct.
Because what's his name still on a load of this?
Dennis O'Brien.
Dennis O'Brien, yeah.
I couldn't possibly comment.
See your sugar daddy.
known to be a litigious man. So I will.
It might
say
be
it.
relaxing days for you.
That's all it is.
You
I'm
deserve,
just
you work
looking-
very hard.
Oh, shut up.
Start the mixer.
I'm just looking for a blast of heat into my bones before we head into.
Can do, baby.
No, that's a blast of bones into my heat.
Oh!
Hey, on Africa.
So, it's just before we head into the winter
Yeah.
time.
We
Do you know
go
what I mean?
to Vivo Bistro and Cocktail Lounge. You know that place?
I'll tell you exactly where I'm going. I might as well. I'm going to Perilla for dinner one of the nights. I'm going to a place called Bamboo another one of the nights. That was where the wine moms were dancing.
Right.
Got all planned out.
Yeah.
Have you got one of those friends who does itineraries?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
Everyone has one.
I do. And she's the most excited out of everybody. So she is on a different level of energy than I am.
Execute the plans after.
I am incredibly tired, and I'm just like, see you in the airport. I don't want to talk about any of this.
No! We
Yeah.
said we were doing squash between 1:15 and 2:35.
John, look at this. Is that a pineapple halved
It is.
out? And
Is that a charcuterie board?
That's not. It's some sort of chicken cashew nut, is it?
Getting worse.
That's some sort of a rice chicken cashew nut dish.
No need for that. You put that in a plate.
Where is this? Is this in Bamboo?
Yes, it is in bamboo.
You'll see me on their Instagram, I'm sure.
Wait, what?
At some point.
Sounds like that's going to be like a classy holiday.
I recommend
It's
it.
gonna, I'm hoping I'm bringing 3 books.
Well,
For 3 days.
you wild child.
You versus the wine mom.
You read that all, you'll be fucking hammered, huh?
I just want to, all I want is a pool, and I want a blast of heat, and I want to read a book.
Are you a good swimmer?
Yeah,
You're a good swimmer.
I'm a good swimmer.
Okay, talk us through your day. So you wake up on day 2 or 3 of the holiday.
Okay.
And when do you get up?
Is breakfast included?
Fucking nothing's included.
Your friends let you down there.
Nothing's
Misorganisation.
included in Quinta del Lago. You fucking
Probably be an extra 10 grand for getting breakfast.
you pay for everything.
I always get the breakfast included wherever I go.
Do you?
Oh, screw the bastards.
Fucking
Yeah.
croissants in your pockets.
They
and
lose money
all
on.
that.
They lose money on me.
It's closed for resorts.
Hotel's going into receivership after I get the breakfast going.
We are get up at about. I'm getting up very early these days because I'm doing breakfast shows, so but it's very hard to not get up very early. So I'll be up. I'd say about 8,
Lovely.
and because that'd be a lion. And
Will you throw down their towels on the sun loungers?
You know, I actually bought a towel.
You bring
I
the towel
bought a
with you?
towel myself.
Nice beach towel.
Weighs less than 500 grams. The ad followed me around Instagram.
Oh.
You
for
bought it
months.
online?
I did.
You bought a towel,
Great.
without feeling it.
Jesus, for a second, Africa, I thought you'd bought a towel. Went to trouble of weighing it, and I thought we need to not go away for 2 weeks. Leave this woman alone. And she's at home weighing towels to know how much they're going to be in her
Million
bag.
people. Deirdre, you won't believe which towel was lighter. And if you bought this towel online,
Yeah.
can I take it as some sort of novelty towel?
What do you mean?
I mean,
novelty towel?
does it have Tipperary colours or boobs on it?
No, it's stripy.
Okay, nice beach towel.
Yeah, beach towel. Yeah.
And what time do you go to the pool or do you go for food? What do you do?
I go for a little bit of breakfast. It's no rush, you see. That's the nice thing about holidays.
Okay, what
No
time?
rush.
What time you at the pool?
Do you know what I have bought? I've been collecting Irish Times for the last 3 days so that I can do the crossword. Well,
Neil, are you going anywhere on your holidays?
Take a minute silence there. Africa, if you're not living on the edge, you're taking up too much room.
I love the cryptic crossword.
Do you cut them out or do you bring the entire copy?
Entire broadsheet.
I prefer not to have to cut them out, but I probably only bring a page. You know what I mean?
Do you also read the cartoons?
No,
How much?
no. I don't have time.
It's just
She's got 3 books to get through.
Just
She's only
you-
there for 4 days.
you and Fintan O'Toole in Q Beach.
I'm telling you, I'll come back a different person.
Will you get rat arse now on the nights?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
good.
absolutely.
Good, you
No, I
deserve
absolutely
that.
will. Yeah,
Deserve
thanks
that.
very much, Swan. Thank you.
No, compare this to Johnny. If I ask Johnny for his holiday routine, he can bang it out, military precision.
I know, but I don't operate like Smacks does on holidays.
No,
John, give it to us.
I would
Give it
argue.
to us,
I
John.
would argue nobody operates it.
No.
Me,
Right, yeah, what time are you up?
I'm up at maybe 9 o'clock.
Right,
Yeah.
cool. What do you do then?
9 o'clock straight in. I've got the breakfast included.
Yeah,
Doing that lad in.
Yeah.
Getting as much as possible out of him.
right.
Right.
Then next.
Then I'm inside. Then I have the routine of putting on the sun cream. I use P30.
Oh yeah.
These kind of you put it on and it lasts for ages.
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
takes 45 minutes to dry in.
You do have
So,
to sit in the shade for
yeah.
a little while.
So I'm back maybe 9:45 from the breakfast, right?
Yeah.
I start at the bottom.
Yeah.
Start at the bottom up, I work my way up. Feet
Yeah.
up the thighs.
Yeah.
Then I go neck down to the belly.
Yeah.
Right, so the belly's the last thing I do.
Yeah.
Then I just literally walk around the apartment
Naked.
for around half an hour.
Yeah.
And then I'm out in the sun.
Yeah.
Boom.
So you're at the pool for what time?
I'm at the pool for 10:30.
Yeah.
Until
It gets dark. 6 o'clock.
straight.
Like,
You break for lunch.
And
I'll go
what-
on break for lunch, I'll have a roll. I always have a roll.
What kind of roll do you?
See, I think if you're eating out 2 times a day in a restaurant, you're reacting the bollocks. It's
Yeah.
bad for you. So I'd have a good breakfast.
Yeah.
I might get through then till 1:30, maybe 2 o'clock, into the apartment. I'll have a bit of ham, cheese on a brown roll, maybe a bit of coleslaw. I want to just have funny fish shit that they have out in Spain in the coleslaw. You don't want that. No one wants crab in it.
Right, so you're back out of the pool for what time?
Pringles as well. You have to have Pringles on holidays. Not holidays unless you have Pringles. Lads, I'm talking Lanzarote. I'm going through 6 tubes of Pringles.
I disagree with you about the Pringles. I think you need to get those crisps that don't taste fancy and only salt.
Oh, those like bad walkers.
Yeah.
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 So I'll have them. I'm back out with the pool then for maybe 3 o'clock, 3:15.
Oh, you take a full hour for lunch.
No, I'll come in. Now, we all got struck by Olympic fever in August, and the burning question we had on the extra pod was, are all the athletes riding each other? Victoria, who's an Olympic athlete in 2020, said, by the time my competition was over, I only had one thing on my mind, to hook up and release this pent-up energy.
Yeah.
It's crazy in the village. Athletes download Tinder just for those 2 weeks to set their location to a few miles radius of the Olympic
Oh,
village.
that'd be so handy.
They're just at it. Not, but you think about it, right? You can't drink.
No.
They're real fit, training hard, which means testosterone or whatever hormones it is that gets you going are fucking peaking, and they're all in good, mostly all in good nick,
Yeah, yeah.
and they're fucking hard out of it.
Yeah. I'm not surprised.
Like, you'd be straight up to the Italian stuff. Wouldn't you? Do you know what I mean? As soon as you fucking land, you're going, where are the Italians based? You know what I mean? You seen that lad doing the pole vault. You're getting one look. You are ringing down to reception. Hello, reception. Where's the lad with the big wang who's doing the pole vault? What apartment is he in? 347? Yes. Tell him there's a Swedish marathon runner on the way. I'll be there in a sec.
You wouldn't want to imagine. It'd be daunting.